You're in your first microecon class and feel like it might be a tough semester. Over the next 14 weeks, I'm walking through all the units you need to know. And today we're going to be digging into the production possibilities frontier or curve, specifically inefficient versus unattainable points of output. Now, before we dig in here, if you've got a quiz coming up or just need me to walk you through basically the entire class now, go check out my microeconomics cram kit on my site. I've got 95 concept breakdowns that just step by step have a video of me walking you through what you need to know about the concept. And it's going to dig into more stuff than I can cover in this social media series. It takes about 2 hours to get through all the concept breakdowns, so if that's something that'll help you out, go check it out. It's free to access, available to you whenever you need it. PPF curves. The first thing I want to make sure you understand is the meaning of this curve. Every point of output along this curve is an attainable and productive output between the two goods on the X and Y axis. So our goal should be to produce at some point on the curve. For example, like right here. That's a productive output between these two goods for us. And keep in mind, we could also like shift our output to down here, right? Like that is still an attainable and productive output between these two goods. All right, so we understand the curve now. Let's dig into an inefficient output, AKA we're not leveraging our resources properly and could produce more. Inefficient outputs occur within the PPF curve. Because there's more output to be had, we could increase the output of good Y up to the curve, or we could boost good X output. This is why when your point rests within the PPF curve, it's inefficient, as it's not a good use of our resources to be outputting these two goods. Now, an unattainable point of output would occur outside of the PPF curve. Think like beyond the frontier that is this curve. This blue point here, it's impossible for us to produce at this output, and therefore we should either decrease our output of good Y or decrease our output of good X. Maybe in the short run, a country might produce for a little bit outside the PPF curve. Maybe they're like in a surge of output, but that does not last. It's impossible for that unattainable output point to last. And eventually they're going to need to restrict their output so that it falls along the PPF curve. Now, real quick, some students ask, like, why is the PPF curve in this curve shape? The reason is because some resources are better used on one or the other goods. Think about it this way. If we were outputting right here with an even disbursement between good X and good Y, and then we were like, yo, we should actually produce a little bit more of good X. Notice how we have to remove a lot of our output of good Y to achieve a smaller output of good X. This would be like telling people who are good at producing good Y, hey, now you gotta switch over to good X. In our resource pool, we're now using some resources that are actually optimized for good Y to produce good X. And that displays why this curve is a curve. It is not unheard of, though, for your PPF curve to just be a line. This will be in some